My beloved child, amid the countless voices rising from the earth, whether whispered prayers or silent sighs, your name has been lifted before my throne, not because of your efforts or strength, but because of love and the divine intercession of the angels, those faithful and fervent guardians of your soul. They, with wings drenched in the light of heaven, have pleaded with me to reveal something sacred to you. And today, I want you to know that your presence in this very place, at this precise moment, is no coincidence. It is the result of an intention etched into the eternal blueprint of my will. You've wondered why your heart has suddenly felt stirred. Why, amid the clamor of daily life, you've been drawn into silence, compelled to listen. It is because I have called. And when I call, nothing is random, and no step is wasted. Every heartbeat of yours, every tear, and every longing, I have seen it all. And today, I want you to understand that you are not a bystander to life, but a vital part of a divine movement that is unfolding not only in heaven, but also right here on earth. You are not a shadow in the background. You are my image bearer, placed in the right time, chosen to contribute to something far greater than yourself. What is coming is not just a vague spiritual shift. It will touch the very reality of your life where you live, love, work, fight, and hope. It may be an open door, or it may be a turn that leaves you momentarily disoriented. But whatever lies ahead, know this: it is all under the loving sovereignty of your Father. Nothing touches you without passing through my hands first. Every event is not meant to break you, but to awaken, shape, and lead you toward the spiritual maturity for which you were called from the very beginning. The angels have seen what you cannot. They have sensed the unrest in your spirit, the unspoken fears, the dreams that seemed shattered. They have interceded for your ears to hear, your eyes to see, and your soul to know that the sacred is drawing nearer than you realize. And today, I confirm it: you are not forgotten. You are being prepared. You are not abandoned. You are being led along a narrow path where grace and life flow like a spring. Be strong, my child. Know this: I never call someone without preparing them. If you feel unready, unworthy, or not strong enough, that is precisely why you need me. And I am here. I do not ask for perfection before you walk in. My plans, you ask for openness, for trust, and for obedience. For when you follow my divine call, even if what is to come shakes the world around you, you will stand firm, because your foundation is my word, steadfast like the eternal rock. You are not a spiritual orphan. You have a Father in heaven who sees every thought, every hidden corner of your heart. And today, I want you to remember, not a single tear you've shed has been wasted. Not one prayer has gone unheard. They are being gathered, forming a sacred tide ready to pour out. And when the time comes, what has been conceived in the spiritual realm will be birthed into reality. That is why I need you to be awake, not to live in fear, but in hope, in awareness, and in deep connection with what I am doing. Let your heart be filled with my peace. Do not let doubt or anxiety choke your faith. What is coming is not meant to destroy you, but to lift you higher. It may be a new season, a divine leap, or a reminder from heaven that you are called for something far greater. Whatever it is, you will not face it alone. I have gone before you. I am with you now, and I will go before you in every step to come. So, my child, receive this word as a sign from heaven. Let your heart be as open as a doorway, awaiting the light of dawn. Let your faith become a lamp burning brightly in the night. And above all, believe that you are loved, protected, chosen, and sent not to live a life of insignificance, but a life full of eternal meaning and the purpose of your Father. What is coming is not random. It is heaven's reply spoken directly to you. Now sit with me in this stillness and listen with your whole heart. For what I am about to speak does not come from human reasoning, but from eternity. From the depths of the divine order, now moving in the unseen. I speak to you not because you stumbled upon this moment, but because you were appointed, not by chance, but by timeless design written since the dawn of creation. You are a key piece, a vital link in the chain of divine events being set in motion from heaven. And for that reason, I need you to understand your presence, your voice, your faith, and your choices carry weight far beyond what you imagine. The event that is approaching is not an ordinary occurrence that your physical eyes can grasp or your human intellect can fully explain. It is supernatural, a spiritual shift of historical significance that defies worldly frameworks. It cannot be measured by time, explained by formulas, or controlled by human will. But even if you do not understand it fully, that does not make it any less real. In fact, its very depth is what will reach into the core of your soul to awaken, to purify, and to transform. My child, the reason behind all of this is not found in what your eyes can see or your ears can hear. It is rooted in something far greater than pain, greater than challenge, greater than all your unanswered questions. It is part of a redemptive plan, a divine order I am establishing within this chaotic world. And you, yes, you have been destined to carry light, to be a vessel of sacred oil, to keep the flame burning amidst the thickening night. You are not an outsider looking in. You are at the very center, called to reflect my light in a land that longs for healing. You may still think you're too small, too weak, or not good enough to make a difference. But let me make this clear. You are not chosen because of your strength. You are chosen because I am strong in your weakness, because I can take a heart that yields and shake both heaven and earth with it. The power is not yours. It flows through you when you surrender to me. And when that divine moment arrives, you will see the impossible made possible. Walls fall down, doors swing open, and you yourself will step into an entirely new chapter, not only in your physical life, but in your identity and the calling you carry. The impact of this divine movement will not stop with you. It will echo through every area of your life, your family, your work, your relationships, and even the dreams you thought had died. It will ripple outward like a wave, touching those around you and shifting the very ground you walk upon daily. You may not see everything right away, but day by day, hour by hour, you will begin to realize the world around you is changing, not because the world is improving, but because the light within you is shining brighter, stronger, and truer than ever before. My beloved child, this is not a warning meant to stir fear within you. It is a call to awaken your spirit, not so that you would shrink back in anxiety, but that you may rise up in awareness and faith. I never promised that everything would be easy, but I have assured you that everything will be worth it. Every tear you have shed, every step taken in faith, every silent prayer whispered in the night, they are not in vain. These are seeds, and in due season, they will spring forth. What is about to unfold will be like rain from heaven, falling upon the soil of your soul and bringing forth a harvest beyond what you imagined. Prepare your heart. Keep the flame of faith burning. Walk not by what you feel, but by the certainty that you are covered by a plan far greater than you can comprehend. I have placed my divine mark upon your life, and this supernatural moment is not meant to break you, but to awaken what I planted in you from the beginning. You will no longer remain the same. You will no longer be bound by former limitations. You will be transformed, elevated, and used mightily to bring life to those still lost in the darkness. So do not be afraid when you cannot understand it all. Do not tremble when the familiar is replaced by the unfamiliar, for it is in uncharted places that I reveal myself. It is within strange winds that my voice resounds clearly, and it is through inexplicable events that you will see with spiritual eyes that everything is working toward an eternal purpose. That purpose is life, restoration, and the glory of my name, and you have been invited to take part in it with all your heart. For you are a child of light, born not to retreat, but to reveal my glory in this world. My child, when the night has not yet lifted, when the final moments before a sacred shift draw near, I want you to know this: you are not abandoned. Never. Even when you cannot foresee what is coming, even when you don't fully understand what is unfolding, there remains an unshakable truth. It is I, the Lord your God, who holds your hand and will never let go. The next steps of your journey will be unlike anything you have experienced before. They will transcend natural boundaries, surpass expectations, and defy human logic. But do not fear, for even as you are led into places you've never walked, my hand remains steady, guiding and guarding you. I will not let you walk alone into the divine mystery that awaits. You are not left to navigate the unknown by yourself. Before the first light ever pierced the darkness, before the foundations of the cosmos were stirred, 7 archangels were sent on your behalf. They are not distant symbols of mythology. They are closer than the words you've whispered through tears. They have walked beside you even when you didn't know, guarding your sleep, fighting battles your eyes could not see. And now, as the sacred moment draws near, they will no longer remain hidden. They will rise within your spirit clear and radiant as the dawn breaking through the night to remind you that you are never alone. They do not come to replace me, but to manifest my love in a way your soul can perceive. They will not act in your place, but they will uphold you, strengthen you, and whisper heaven's counsel, when to speak and when to remain silent. Each of them carries a portion of the plan I have ordained for you, not merely that you may endure, but that you may shine, becoming a living testimony of my power and faithfulness. My child, I know you have grown weary. I know there have been moments when you felt you could not go on, when crossroads brought confusion, when you bowed your head in solitude and no one knew the anguish within. But even in those moments, my angels stooped close, lifting your soul when your legs trembled. And now, as the hour of transition arrives, they will be nearer still, no longer behind you, but beside you, no longer hidden, but leading. They will impart strength from heaven to your innermost being, so you may walk in faith without faltering, in hope without doubting, in love without fear. The heavens are trembling. My child, realms unseen are opening, and you are stepping into a sacred space where I desire to speak, to heal, to restore, and to send forth. Prepare your heart as a temple. Refresh your mind as a clean vessel ready to receive what I am about to pour out. This is not a random occurrence. This is the appointed hour, the awaited moment, the divine intersection where all of heaven leans in, longing for your brave, yes, And I, your Father, am here, not to push you, but to walk beside you in every heartbeat, in every whisper from eternity. You do not need to know everything in order to move forward. You only need to know this: I am faithful. What I have begun in you, I will complete. Guidance will come step by step, day by day. Light will shine just enough for the next step. And in the thickest fog, the angels will be flames lighting your path. Their protection is not just a shield, it is a confirmation that you are chosen, loved, and called to live not as one bound to the earth, but as a citizen of heaven walking among men. So lift your head, my child. Do not let fear cloud the wonder that is approaching. Open your heart to the wisdom from above and prepare for a journey unlike anything you have known. You are not forgotten in the chaos of this world. You are a deeply beloved piece of my grand design. And when the moment of transition arrives, you will know that every tear, every prayer, was never wasted. They were echoes that reached my throne. And now, heaven responds in my presence, under the guidance of my archangels, and within the embrace of my unwavering love. Everything is aligning to lead you into a new season, a season of awakening, of miracles, and of abundant life. For you are mine, and I am here, right now, for you, my beloved child. This is the very moment heaven has awaited, a moment not merely marked on a human timeline, but a divine intersection where I, the Eternal One, am ushering in a new season upon the earth. And you, the one I have chosen, are being summoned to step into the most significant chapter of your journey. Still your heart and open your spirit, for what is about to unfold is unlike anything you've imagined. This is the hour of great convergence, when long-awaited promises will be fulfilled, when what has grown quietly in the dark will be brought to light, and when rewards for silent faith and enduring patience will be revealed in glorious display. There were years you sowed in tears, prayers that seemed unanswered, nights that stretched into silence, shadowed by what felt like hopelessness. But not a moment of those days was wasted. Not a single act of faith went unnoticed. I have seen it all, recorded it all, and now I am causing all of it to bear fruit. What you are about to receive is not repayment. It is a sign of my faithfulness, the kind that never forgets covenant with those who love and fear me. This coming event is not just a personal shift, it is a turning point for the world. New winds are rising from the four corners, carrying a power never before unleashed, not to destroy, but to purify, not to erase what you know, but to free you from what is not of truth. Every old concept, every value you thought unshakable will be tested by the fire of my light. What was hidden will be revealed. What confused will be clarified. And truth will stand firm amid the chaos. Do not fear, for I will be with you, guarding you as the apple of my eye, leading you through the whirlwind of change without being swept away. Prepare your mind to release the old outdated thoughts, limiting beliefs, and wounds that have held you too long. The old will pass not to leave you empty, but to make room for the new. I am doing a new thing, one beyond imagination, beyond understanding, and it begins within you, how you see me, how you see yourself, and how you see the world. You will be renewed, not only outwardly, but deep in the soul, and from there, you will walk with new vision, new heart, and new purpose. Nothing remains the same after this moment in heaven. Something sacred has shifted. A bell has rung in the unseen realm, and transformation is rippling out. What once seemed immovable will tremble. What was locked will open. You will find yourself placed in new positions, meeting new people, led to places you never dreamed of. Do not limit me by your past experience. Do not constrain your faith in me by what you have not yet seen. Believe that I can do immeasurably more than all you ask or imagine. The world will be transformed, not by man, but by my power flowing through those willing to obey. And you are one of them. I did not choose you because you were perfect, but because your heart is tender, willing to say yes, even when the path is unclear. Your faithfulness in the small things has opened the door to greater things. You will be a light in darkness, a voice among noise, a carrier of heaven's fire, igniting hope on earth. So, my precious child, receive this new season with joy. Let faith lead you into the unknown. Walk with courage, for you do not walk alone. I go before you. I stand beside you, and I am also your final destination. All things are ready. The skies are open. Heaven is moving, and the earth will be changed, starting with you. For you are mine, and I am yours, now and forever unchanging. My beloved child, when you lift your eyes to the sky on silent nights, let your soul open like a doorway, receiving light from the heavens. What you behold is not merely the beauty of creation, but sacred signs, messages written in the language of stars and moonlight, divine directions sent specifically for the generation you are part of. A night will come when the stars align in a way never seen before in human history. And the moon, the faithful guardian of the night, will radiate such brilliance that your soul will not be able to ignore the holiness flooding the atmosphere. That light will not only shine upon the earth, but will pierce into your spirit, awakening within you a deeper awareness of my presence and movement, both in the visible and the invisible realms. That moment will be unmistakable. A mighty shift will begin not only in the course of humanity, but within the very depths of your soul. A new era is being born. A sacred season is unfolding. And you are being called to step into it, not as a distant observer, but as one chosen to participate. Yet, to enter, you must choose. Amid the splendor sweeping across the universe, amidst the dazzling light from heaven, you will be invited to make a decision, a choice, with the power to alter your destiny and the destinies of those around you. That choice will not come easily. It will test your faith, shake your will, and touch the innermost places of your heart. It will require you to confront fear, to rise above the limits that once held you back. It will press you to discern between my voice and the whispers of the world. Yet it is in that testing that you will discover the true strength of trust, at the boundary between light and shadow, between hesitation and resolve, between fear and courage. You will come to know who you are and to whom you belong. I know you, my child. I know your heart, even when you are uncertain. I have seen your whispered prayers through tears, heard your voice calling me in the darkness, and I have never turned away. I have watched you choose what is right, even when no one was watching. I know you are not perfect, but I also know that you long to please me. And that is why I believe you will choose the light. Choose to follow my leading, even if it means letting go of the familiar, even if it takes you into territory unknown. But, my child, know this, your choice is not only about you. It is the key that unlocks a spiritual flow beyond yourself. Other souls will be touched, redeemed, guided, all because of one courageous choice you make. There are those who will find light because you did not retreat. There are those who will be healed because you chose to believe. Doors will open not because of your ability, but because of your surrendered heart offered to me in this sacred moment. So be brave, my child. Do not let the whispers of fear drown out my loving voice. Do not let painful memories make you doubt the goodness I am preparing. Walk forward with alertness and trust. Know that when you choose the light, all forces of darkness lose their claim over your life. When you follow my lead, everything you need will be added to you in fullness. And when you give me your whole heart, you will see things no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has imagined. That moment is drawing near. The heavens are preparing for a proclamation. Creation is pausing to listen. Angels are ready to act. And I, your Father, am looking upon you with all the hope, patience, and unshakable love in my heart. This is not merely a historic moment for humanity. This is your moment. Let the light within you arise. Let your faith become a sign to your generation. And know that in your choosing, heaven will erupt in celebration. Darkness will tremble, and the whole universe will be reminded, my child has chosen to walk in the light. And from here, nothing will ever be the same, not within you, not in the world, not in the eternal story I write day by day. My beloved child, as this divine moment draws nearer, you will begin to feel something shift in the atmosphere around you. Though it may be nameless, your soul will subtly tremble at the presence of something unseen, yet profoundly real, as if the universe itself holds its breath, waiting, watching, gazing toward the moment I, the eternal Creator, have appointed before time began. You will know, through a sense deeper than reason, that something extraordinary is about to unfold, not a trivial thing, nor a quiet passing moment, but a turning point of heaven and earth, of spirit and destiny, of what was and what is to come. I know that in that moment, your heart may waver, questions may rise, emotions may swirl, and you may feel as though standing on the fragile edge between the known and the unknown. But I plead with you, be still. Let your heart beat steady in the firm trust that everything rests securely in my hands. Nothing happening now is random. No moment is meaningless. Every second is guiding you toward a perfect time appointed by me. Not early, not late, not governed by worldly forces. That sacred plan is unfolding exactly as I intend, and you, my beloved one, are an essential part of it. That event will not begin in silence. It will burst forth with a radiant beam of light, a brilliance unlike anything your eyes have ever witnessed. It will not only shine into your sight, but touch the very depths of your soul. In that brief moment, you will be overwhelmed, not by fear, but by a glory so magnificent it cannot be described. It will be the undeniable sign that I, your Father, am here. Not distant, not vague, not hidden, but present, clear, and majestic. You will not need to ask if I am truly with you, for that light will answer in the deepest language of the Spirit. I am here. In that light, you will feel heaven's love pour down like a mighty waterfall. Not abstract love, but a forceful, living, healing, restoring love. That love will fill every hollow in your heart where wounds once lingered, where fears once gripped, where questions once echoed without answers. And that love will not touch you just for a moment. It will remain in you like an eternal stream, flowing with life, peace, and strength beyond all human understanding. That peace will not be like the world's peace, fragile, fleeting, dependent on circumstance. It will be a peace that surpasses all reasons, all analysis, all logic, a peace not born from everything being perfect, but from the unshakable truth that you will never face anything alone again. You have me. You have my light. You have my unchanging love. And that is enough for any storm you will walk through. My child, after that moment, nothing will be the same. The boundaries you once thought inviolable will be broken. Rotten beliefs will be replaced with truth. Invisible chains that bound you will be shattered by that very light. And you, the child I formed from dust and breathed life into, will step into a new season, no longer bound by the past, no longer defined by pain, no longer limited by the voices that once made you question your worth. You will be renewed not only in your mind, but in how you walk, how you see life, and how you live among others. You will become a living sign of heaven on earth. You will not only witness miracles, but bring them to others. You will not only receive blessing, but become a vessel, pouring it out upon your generation. For I did not choose you merely to save you, but to use you as a torch lit amidst the darkness. So, my beloved child, do not fear. When you sense the shift in the air, when your soul trembles before what is coming, remember, I have gone before you. Be strong, hold fast in faith, and open your heart, for the light is coming. And when it comes, everything will change, including you. But do not be afraid. That change will not cause you to lose yourself. It will cause you to discover who you truly are in my eternal design. And you will know, this is the moment you were born to embrace. My beloved child, once the light of that sacred moment has shone through your life, the days that follow will not merely be a continuation of the ones before. They will carry the fragrance of something deep and wondrous, a silent but undeniable transformation. You will begin to see clear, personal, and grace-filled impacts of that moment in every corner of your life. The things you once wrestled with in tears, the burdens you once brought before me in lonely nights will now begin to be supernaturally unraveled. Not because you have suddenly become stronger, but because I am making the way. The logs that once blocked your path will be removed. The doors once closed will begin to tremble open, as if heaven and earth together are affirming your steps in the plan I have prepared. Those you love, those who once seemed distant, hard to understand, or unreachable will be drawn closer, not by your effort, but by my tenderness. I am softening hardened hearts, soothing wounds once thought irreparable, and through it all, you will begin to sense something profound, that I am not merely restoring what's around you, but restoring you from the inside out. Don't be surprised if, in those days, a wave of creative life begins to flow through your soul. Ideas once buried under fear and limitation will begin to awaken. You will be inspired not by shallow optimism, but by a living source flowing from my heart, a fountain of life, truth, and freedom. You will begin to see everything in a new light. This event is not just the opening of a new season, it is the awakening of your spiritual eyes. You will start to perceive with clarity what was once only a blur. Possibilities you once dismissed as impossible will now appear within reach. Limitations you once accepted as destiny will be shattered. You will recognize my presence more intimately, more vividly, more deeply, and in that very light, you will be filled with a profound sense of purpose and calling. No longer will your days be lived in passing. No longer will your steps feel aimless now. Each day will be sacred. Each step will carry meaning. Each word and action will become part of the spiritual journey you have been called to walk. I am doing this not so that you may be praised, but because you are chosen, not because you are perfect, but because your faithfulness has moved my heart. I have seen you stand firm when everything around you trembled. I have seen you trust when there was nothing to hold on to but my word. And now, that very faithfulness has become the foundation upon which I will reveal my glory through you. This is your moment not to retreat, but to advance, not to hide, but to rise, not to continue living in hesitation, but to boldly step into the fullness of the destiny I prepared for you before the foundation of the world. Everything you've walked through, the joys, the sorrows, the victories, and the failures, none of it was random. It has shaped you, refined you, forged you like gold in the fire, so that now, as the moment arrives, you may emerge with strength, humility, and unshakable faith. Everything has led to this point. Every past season, every seemingly disconnected event, was in fact forming a divine symphony I composed over your life. And now is the time for you to raise your song not with your voice, but with your life itself. My child, embrace your true identity in me. You are not a product of circumstance. You are a masterpiece, intricately designed by my hands, endowed with unique gifts, placed in this exact moment in time to live a life of purpose, influence, and eternal impact. Do not fear the light that now shines upon you, for it is the light of my affirmation. Do not doubt the call that is echoing within your heart, for it is the call of destiny. And do not delay when you know in your spirit that I am calling you forward, for those who walk with me never walk alone. From this day forward, live as one who has been awakened, work as one who carries a mission, love as one who has been perfectly loved. And always remember, I am here with you, in you, and walking beside you through every step you take, until the day you finish your race and return into the embrace of your Father. For you are mine, and I am yours, forever unchanged. This is your moment, and I rejoice as I watch you step into it with all your heart. My beloved, there are realities that go beyond human understanding and imagination, and it is these very realities that form the true foundation of life. Before you uttered your first cry, before the first light touched the earth, I knew you. Before the foundations of the world were laid, your name was already etched in my book, and every plan for your life was written in heaven with unshakable love and divine wisdom. These plans were not afterthoughts or backup options. They were eternal destinies, born from the heart of the Almighty. And because they were established by me, no power, be it darkness or earthly authority, fear or doubt can alter what I have spoken. My child, at times you look at life and wonder why the path is so difficult. Why do some roads seem endlessly long? Why do certain prayers linger in silence? Why do some dreams seem to fade halfway through? But I want you to know there is not a single moment in your journey that is meaningless. Every pain you have endured, every failure you have faced, every tear you have shed, none of it has escaped my hand. They did not come to destroy you, but to build you, to prepare you for this very time. Every trial is an invitation to draw closer to me. Every stumble is a chance to learn how to rise in a strength that does not come from yourself, but from me. And every victory, whether small or great, is a testament that I have walked with you and continued to show my faithfulness in every step. Your journey is not a series of random events. It is a divine design, woven with threads of grace, faith, and steadfast love. Every path you've taken leads to a divine intersection I ordained long ago, the meeting point between your maturity and the fulfillment of my promises. And now, you are closer to that moment than ever before. Trust in my timing. You may not see the full picture yet. You may still have questions, still hesitate before the unknown. But remember, you live within time, and I exist beyond it. I see the entire tapestry, and I know exactly when it is time to open doors and when it is time to wait. The timing I choose is always perfect, never a second too early, never a heartbeat too late. You do not need to understand everything in order to obey. You only need to trust that I have not abandoned you in the dark. I am leading you through every season, the season of sowing, the season of waiting, the season of refining, and then will come the season of harvest. The season when you will look back and realize that nothing you endured was wasted. The season where every tear will be wiped away, every sacrifice remembered, and every deep longing fulfilled in a way more radiant than you ever dreamed. My child, you have been faithful. You have walked even when your legs trembled. You have trusted even when you could see nothing clearly. And now, it is time for you to stand firm in the certainty that I am the promise keeper. You were not made to merely endure, but to overcome. You were not created to dwell in doubt, but to display my glory in a world desperate for truth. The light within you does not come from you. It is the light I breathed into your soul from the very beginning. Let that light burn brightly. Let it be the declaration that you are chosen, called, and sent. Everything that is happening, whether smooth or difficult, is working together for an eternal purpose. Every person you encounter, every door that opens or closes, is part of my careful guidance. Nothing escapes my divine providence. So do not fear. Do not doubt. Do not look back at the past with regret. And do not look toward the future with anxiety. Live fully in the present, where my grace is always sufficient for you, and where my power is actively at work, even in what seems most ordinary. I am calling you to rise not as one who walks in uncertainty, but as one who knows without a doubt to whom they belong. This is the time for you to live in the fullness of who you truly are, in me, no longer confined by assumptions, the past, or fear. You are one marked by heaven, taught by my word, protected by my mighty hand, and loved with an unchanging love. You are a living testimony of my faithfulness, and I rejoice to see you walking in the purpose I ordained for you before the first light ever touched the earth. So, my beloved child, keep walking forward, not with anxiety, but in rest, not by your own strength, but in the power of the Holy Spirit, not to gain approval, but because you have already been chosen. And with every breath you take, remember this: I am still here. I have always been here, and my plan for you, written in everlasting love, shall not be moved. For I am your God, and you are, my beloved, forever unchanged. Beloved one, this is a sacred season, a season unlike any you have walked through before, a season of miracles, of broken limits, of impossible things becoming reality. And the most beautiful part is this: you are standing in the center of it. You are not on the sidelines. You are not left behind. You are surrounded by my movement, quiet, deep, yet full of power. Perhaps your heart still holds doubts, still whispers with a long waiting, as if you have walked too long without clear results. But today, I want you to hear me clearly. Your waiting has not been in vain. And now, it is over. The time has come. Not tomorrow, not in some distant future, but now. I know every expectation hidden in your heart, every prayer offered in tears, every dream you kept in silence for fear it might shatter. I have heard every single word, And just like rain arrives in its due season to revive the cracked earth, now is the moment I will bring my promises to bloom. The doors that were once shut by circumstances, by people, or by your own fear will now open, not by your strength, but by my power. I will open what no one can shut, and I will shut what no longer belongs to you, so you won't have to wander down paths that do not lead to life. My child, the path you once thought too rugged, too shadow-wed, will become straight, not because the circumstances have magically changed, but because your eyes will be open to see my guidance more clearly than ever before. I do not promise that everything will be easy, but I do promise that everything will have purpose, will carry meaning, and will lead to growth. Every step you take in faith will bring you closer to the fulfillment I have designed for you. Do not be afraid when you cannot see the entire road, for my light will illuminate each step, and that is enough. Remember, my child, that I am the God of miracles. What I did in the lives of Abraham, Moses, Elijah, Mary, Paul, I still do today. I do not change. My love does not fade. My power does not diminish with time. And just as they witnessed what was humanly impossible, so shall you. I do not look at your abundance, I look at your willingness. And because you endured, because you did not abandon your faith in hardship, I will reward you not shallowly, but abundantly, completely, and in a way no one can deny. Miracles do not always come with thunderous noise. Sometimes they arrive in the stillness of an ordinary morning, when a door quietly opens, a small conversation shifts your entire direction, or a flash of light from my word pierces the darkest places of your soul. Stay awake so you don't miss these moments. Do not wait for greatness as the world defines it, but open your heart to receive the small but sacred signs. The greatest miracle is not what changes around you, but what changes within you when you begin to believe fully, love deeply, and walk not in fear, but in the rest of your Father. I am giving you a new sense of nearness to heaven. You will begin to see how everything is connected, every wound, every goodbye, every rejection, every broken dream gathered by my hand to weave a tapestry of glory. And now, that pattern will begin to appear before your eyes. You will see that nothing was wasted, no suffering meaningless, no act of faith unseen by me. And when the impossible begins to unfold, remember this is not the end, but the beginning of a new season, a season of harvest, a season where you no longer walk with mere hope, but with certainty. This is the season where holy dreams, planted in quiet places, will blossom in full light. A season where you no longer ask, when, but begin to declare, now. A season where your faith is not only tested, but proven through tangible results, undeniable miracles, and perfectly timed interventions. So, my precious one, do not shrink back and worry. Open wide the doors of your heart to receive the wonder that is coming. Do not live like one waiting in despair, but like one about to ascend a new summit. Believe that I am still doing a new thing, and it is not far away. It is beginning within you, in your life, and through you it will spread to others. For you are mine, called, chosen, and lifted in this season of miracles. And right here, right now, you will see that I am faithful, and what I have promised, I will fulfill. Nothing can stop it. No one can shut out the light once its time has come. And that light it is for you, because you are at the center of my love. Beloved child, have you ever asked yourself, will this be enough? Perhaps you're staring at your empty hands, seeing only what seems too small, too simple, not enough for the need ahead. Maybe you're in a moment where lack surrounds you, financial concerns, limited time, worn-out strength, even weakening faith, whispering, this is not enough. But I want you to know, you're looking in the wrong direction. Do not fix your eyes on what is in your hands. Lift your eyes to the one standing beside you. Look at me, the one who can multiply the little into abundance, who is not bound by numbers, situations, or earthly limitations. Do you see? It is in the lack that my power is most fully revealed. I do not wait until you have it all to begin moving. I begin exactly where you feel the weakest, the most empty. It is there my anointing flows, not just to be enough, but to overflow and spread. This is how I work, not by human calculation, but through a faithfulness that surpasses all logic and every earthly boundary. I am not limited by what you lack. I delight to perform miracles with the little you offer me. Remember the miracle my son Jesus performed by the Sea of Galilee, where thousands were hungry and no one knew how to feed them. The disciples looked at reality, only 5 loaves and 2 fish, too little, too insignificant compared to the need before them. But when they brought what they had to Jesus, he did not despise it, did not mock it, did not say, this means nothing. He took it, blessed it, broke it, and multiplied it. That small offering became a meal that satisfied 5,000 men, not counting the women and children, and there were even 12 baskets of leftovers. Each basket stood as a reminder, when I act, what you thought was not enough becomes more than enough. And today, I want you to look at your own life with that same eye of faith. You may think you only have a little time, a bit of skill, a faint hope, an almost empty account, a vaga idea, or a weary heart. But remember, what you have, when surrendered in faith, becomes the foundation for a miracle. I do not require something grand from you. I ask for a heart that trusts, willing to place what you have into my hands, and believe that I will do the rest. Offer your 5 loaves and 2 fish, and then wait and see what I will do. You will witness the miraculous unfold. The limits you once accepted will be broken. What once seemed small and insufficient will be multiplied in my hands. I will take your resources, be it time, ideas, talents, or even the simplest prayer, and use them as the raw material for my greater purpose. And soon, you will find yourself living in a surplus you cannot explain. Not a surplus for indulgence, but for generosity, to give, to become a source of blessing to those around you. You will begin to realize you were never lacking. You simply had not yet placed what you had into the right hands. And once you let me do that, you will no longer live with the mindset of, is it enough, but with the assurance that my Father is the God of abundance. It is in seasons of lack that you will learn I am your provider, your source that never runs dry. You will live in rest, not because life is always easy, but because you know the one who is always enough for you, and beyond that, the one who can use you to become a miracle for others. My child, do not fear scarcity. Do not let your circumstances make you forget who I am. Learn to see the small as a seed, not a limit. Let me plant it, bless it, and multiply it. Let me turn what is humble into what is extraordinary. I do not need you to be great. I need you to be willing. I do not demand you to be perfect. I ask you to believe. And when you believe, you will see that the oil of my blessing will not only fill the empty spaces, but will overflow, touching every area of your life and reaching those you never thought you could. So lift your head. Do not measure your future by what you see today. Do not shrink back in fear of not enough. Remember that you are the child of the Infinite One. Open your heart to receive the abundance that is coming. For when you place your little in my hands, I will make it great, and you will not only live sufficiently, but abundantly to testify that miracles are not stories of the past, but the living reality of your life, right now, right here, because you are my beloved child, and I have never stopped multiplying what you entrust to me with faith and love. My beloved child, as the door of a new season opens before you, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and hold this truth in your heart. You are not walking alone, even when you feel lost, unprepared, or uncertain about what lies ahead. The truth remains unchanged. I am with you, and I will not leave you. I know you've gone through challenging days. I've seen you walking in faith, sometimes with trembling steps, sometimes with a heart full of unanswered questions. But today, I want you to know that every one of those steps was not in vain. They are leading you into a journey that is deeper, more sacred, and more complete in the loving plan I have for you. The new season you are entering will not always be smooth. There will be moments when it feels like you are swimming against the current, climbing the weary hills of life. But know this: in every trial, my presence will be there. In every uncertain turn, my guidance will meet you. And in every moment you feel like you have nothing left to give, I will bless you beyond what you hoped for. What I am about to do in your life will not only be the answer to your secret prayers, but also a living testimony to all who are watching you that I am the faithful God, unchanging and always on time. You are not called to live a quiet, separate life of ease. I have called you to a purpose greater than what you can imagine. It is a mission born from my heart, not only to transform your life, but to touch your family, your community, and your generation. Everything you do, whether big or small, is part of the divine symphony I am composing on the earth. You will not only witness miracles in your life, but you will become a miracle for others. Through you, the hopeless will see light. Through you, withered hearts will find life. And through you, my glory will be revealed in a world hungry for truth and love. My child, remember this: the miracles I perform are not meant only for your benefit. They are like the headwaters of a stream, never meant to stop with you. They are meant to flow outward to expand my kingdom. Everything you receive is meant to be shared, multiplied, and sent forth. You will be an instrument of my love, a love that is unconditional, boundless, and tireless. You will be the stream of my grace, the forgiveness, healing, and restoration this world so desperately needs but cannot find on its own. And you will be the light in the darkness, not because you shine from yourself, but because the light I placed within you cannot be hidden. Others will look at you and see my hand at work. You will not need to shout or prove anything, because the transformation within you, the peace you carry, the resilience you show when everything around you is shaking, will all be living testimonies that there is a God walking with you. They will wonder how you still hold on to hope, why you continue to show kindness, why you don't collapse when it seems everything is falling apart. And when they ask, you won't need to say much, because my presence in you will speak louder than words. And through that, they will be drawn closer to me, not because you are extraordinary, but because you allowed me to move through you. So do not doubt your worth. Do not measure yourself by the limitations others placed on you, or by the wounds you've carried from the past. I chose you not because you were perfect, but because you were willing. I called you not because you had everything, but because you opened your heart, and what I have begun, I will complete. You will not collapse midway, for I will uphold you. You will not lose your way, for I am the way. You will not be forgotten, for your name is engraved on the palm of my hand. Step into this new season with courage. Walk forward without looking back in regret. Live as one who is loved, who is called, and who is sent. Do not let weariness or worry obscure the sacred purpose I have placed within you. This is the time to rise. This is your season, and I am walking with you through every step, every breath, every dream yet to be fulfilled. Believe that what awaits you is not random, but the fulfillment of a love that was sown from the very beginning. You are mine, and I am yours, forever, unchanging, unconditional, without limits. Now walk, my beloved, and let the world see me through you. For through you, I will reveal my glory, and through you, the world will know that I am still alive, still moving, and still loving. Amen. As a child of God, He walks with you in every moment to remind you that you are ever embraced by His faithfulness and love. Follow and turn on notifications so you won't miss a single word I speak from heaven. Amen.